Hey everybody, this is Brandon from Sparksmith helping you see and be seen. Today we're going to go over some wiring for a Toyota Tundra light bar installation. Now the light bar's already been installed, so all we have to do is the wiring. The first thing we want to do is look up where we're going to find switched power on the truck. So I go to All Data, pull up the wiring diagram for power distribution, and find an accessory relay that turns on when the ignition is switched on. You can see circled here, we're looking for a power outlet number 2 fuse, which is a 15 amp. Now you'll find that under the dash, labeled here on the cover, P/outlet number 2, 15 amp. So you go up under there and pull that fuse out with some pliers, install it on the bottom slot of the mini fuse tap. Then once I've got that fuse installed, I can crimp the ring terminal, fuse tap, and a barrel connector to the wiring for our backlit push button switch. Then once I've got the wiring done, I can install the switch and tidy up the wiring so it runs along the kick panel where the customer wanted it, install the fuse tap where it needs to go, ground the switch, and then you've got a working switch that only has power when the ignition is on, and that will allow that ring to eliminate when you push the button, which will activate the relay that I'm about to mount under the hood. Next, you need to route one trigger wire for the relay through the firewall. This part can be a little tricky, so you just got to be careful and take your time. Carefully route one wire through the switch and pull it through the firewall, and that will connect from this relay back to the switch that we just mounted on the dash. Next, I'm going to make my own fuse holder. This is just done with a couple of female spade connectors and some shrink wrap. Crimp those on nice and tight, and then you can fit a standard ATS style fuse and shrink wrap that in, and that will all go to that relay we just mounted on under the hood. This wiring here is the bare wiring coming off of the already installed light bar. So what I have to do here is install some Dutch connectors using a crimp tool and crimp those nice and tight, and then install them into the connector. We'll do the same thing on the wiring coming off of the relay. We take the female Dutch connector and crimp those on nice and tight and install them into the connector. Once you've done that, you plug everything up, tidy up the wiring, and then you're good to go.